The main goal for drunk driving ads is to hopefully reduce the number of deaths and injuries each year that result from impaired drivers. In general, these campaigns tend to 1. Promote the importance of making responsible decisions, and 2. Sell the right decision. They usually do this by stigmatizing drunk driving as dangerous, stupid, and irresponsible. We are going to look at a few ads in a moment, and I want you to notice that the general mood is almost always depressing. The typeface, if there is any, is very serious. There is not a lot of color. Most of the contrast is flashing lights and sirens, and the overall composition is just sad. The point of this is to emphasize the seriousness of drunk driving to viewers because oftentimes people think that they won't be affected by alcohol if they have a few drinks with friends and then head home. In reality though, anyone and everyone can be affected and the consequences are never good, so plan ahead because there are so many other options. Now before we look at some ads, I just want to point out the most effective ways to communicate the main message to the target audience. All ads rely on message content and content delivery. These first two print ads are creative visuals that effectively and concisely communicate their overall message to viewers. In the first ad, the tagline is, "Alcohol creates new realities." The image symbolizes how people's perception changes when they drink and drive, and it does so without being too graphic or producing too much fear. You will notice that the color, or lack thereof, also enhances the overall composition of the ad because it is very dark and creates that serious and sad mood. Similarly, the second ad is all dark except for the red glass of wine. The tagline for this campaign is, "Alcohol, stronger than you think," and using the image of a large van crashing into a small glass of wine and getting all smashed up definitely enhances this caption. They literally use a car crashing into a glass to symbolize the power of alcohol and the effect that it can have. This ad is again not too graphic, and it targets the people who think they have enough control or who think they are invincible when it comes to impaired driving, because it shows that obviously nothing or no one is invincible when it comes to the strength of alcohol. With this Mothers Against Drunk Driving ad, I just wanted to point out that while it is very creative in that the glass itself obscures your view, it does not suggest an alternative option to drinking and driving. It is effective in that this ad is a very real simulation and it emphasizes how a few drinks can impair your driving, but for viewers to change their behavior, it is often beneficial to promote a specific goal, such as showing someone, preventing an intoxicated person from driving, or suggesting to designate a driver. This ad does not do that.
There's no way to hide it. If you drive drunk, we will find you. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement and cracking down like never before.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Sir, have you been drinking this evening?
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Make no mistake, you will get caught and you will be arrested. Over the limit, under arrest.
The Over the Limit, Under Arrest campaign sticks to the theme of fear of arrest and legal consequences to motivate viewers to not drink and drive, and it stigmatizes drunk driving as irresponsible. Showing the car overflowing with alcohol symbolizes what it does not mean to drink in moderation, which is the goal here. While this ad is somewhat effective in communicating the message, it may also evoke humor for some because it is incredibly unrealistic, and so therefore the seriousness of drunk driving sort of gets lost. This advertisement also does not follow the idea of providing an alternative course of action, and therefore I do not believe it is the most effective.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more.
Finally, this Arrive Alive ad produces a good amount of fear because it is not too gory and you don't see someone die in a drunk driving situation, but it does produce fear of arrest and legal consequences by highlighting the severe possible consequences of drinking and driving. It also successfully follows the most effective model of advertising anti-drunk driving by suggesting alternative choices. It encourages viewers to make their own decision, the right decision, while implying that there really only is one right decision. It stigmatizes drinking and driving as dangerous and irresponsible by having the narrator be a paramedic who sees these accidents and their effects all the time. Her tone of voice itself implies that if you make that wrong decision, you are irresponsible because you don't want to end up in a cop car, ambulance, or worst of all, hearse.